Another school year in the books. You say time flies when you're having fun, and I guess that means this year was a little bit different. There's a weight that comes into pouring yourself into something, only to feel like you didn't quite hit the mark. Like, the effort's there, but the impact's not what you hoped for. You having fun on our first couple hours here?
Are you taking a video?
Yeah.
I thought you were taking.
Yeah.
I am. I'm tired though.
You're tired of me already? We've been here like 2 hours. All we've done is get pizza and go to a fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Except for me. What's up, everybody? Finally came out here, and it feels like coming out to Washington State and feeling like I'm able to get away from the noise, get away from the normal life that I have had in Baton Rouge this last school year, and it's kind of helping me take away a lot of the doubts that I had, the doubts and the pressures that I had on myself over the year, and it's really allowing me to kind of get out here and just like release and have fun and just enjoy the time with my family, and just be somewhere where my responsibilities have really decreased a lot. Too. I'm waiting for the car to pass. So like a big thing about being out here isn't about running away from my mistakes, the mistakes that I made this past year, but kind of learning from them. It's about learning from them and releasing them and moving forward with them. So like this year, I think I pushed too hard. I think I got frustrated, and I pushed my students away. I pushed a lot of things that didn't matter to a classroom, that didn't matter to education, and it really set a wedge between myself and my students. And thinking back on this year, I felt that this is probably, out of the 10 years that I've taught, I would say this is bottom 2. I have a lot of years where I'm just like, this was great. I have years where it's just like, man, I don't even remember everything that I did. But I would say, like, I mean, it's pretty down there with number 1 and number 2 worst years for just education, the frustration, the pressure, the sadness. And that's kind of like why coming out here, it was so important to kind of come out here and release it all and just be like, breathe. I do this thing with my son that we learned from his teacher. It's just like, smell the roses and blow out the candles. And it's just like, it helps him calm down. It's like, you know, coming over here to Washington has helped me calm down. And like I said earlier, it's not about running from the mistakes, and it's about learning from them and coming forward, because I'm honestly, I'm sure that a lot of my students from this last year probably wish I wouldn't even come back, or that I'm not cut out to be a teacher. And you know, after 10 years, I feel like I know what I can and can't do, and I can admit that I had a bad year, and I can admit that all the mistakes that I made, that I'm not going to go into, but like all the mistakes that I made teaching this year are things that I can stop doing moving forward. And I think that's the important thing, is like I can identify, like, I did these things, and I can make sure that I learn from them, and I simplify, and I make the classroom better for my future students. And I think that's the most important part, is learning and moving forward, and making it better for my future students. Every year I feel like teachers can improve, and so that's what I'm trying to do now. So yeah, we've been over here in Washington just enjoying life, breathing the fresh air. Thank you for my wife to kind of planning all of this out, and driving all over Washington and seeing the sights, hanging out with the family, running, exercising, not sweating my butt off in Louisiana. That's like the big part of it. But what time is it? Like, it's 9 o'clock right now, and I'm not sure if y'all can see this, but alright, I'm going to change up these settings a little bit to hopefully make this a little bit nicer. Look at that. That is gorgeous over there. And it's 9 o'clock right now, and it's not dark. Sun is still going down. The city it's a beautiful cityscape, lively downtown. And I just feel like the people here, let me bump this up again. Wow, zoom out. Ooh. I just feel like the people here have just been so nice and amazing. And it's just been a breath of fresh air. It feels like, it almost feels like I put a wedge in my classroom community last year, and coming here, I feel like I've learned what a community can feel like again. So moving forward into next school year, I'm refreshed. I'm getting refreshed. I'm getting rejuvenated. And I felt really beaten down, really frustrated at the end of the school year. So I'm looking forward to getting better and coming back better. Yeah. So it's a few weeks later now, and it's the end of July, and everything that I reflected on and everything that I wanted to carry on and all of the changes that happened while we were in Spokane are still there. They're still going to carry around to this new school year. I feel so much more rejuvenated. I feel like I am ready and set to go for the new school year. I'm excited to see my new students, some students that I'll be able to teach again, some students that I'm going to meet for the first time. And it's just really, that trip was really an uplifting and positive experience for me after coming off, like I said, one of the bottom 2 years of my career. So I'm looking forward to continuing to extend my career and really just do very well this year with all of the lessons that I learned from last year. So if y'all want to continue watching that journey, make sure y'all subscribe to this channel. I'm Mr. Hernandez, and this is Mr. Hernandez Teaches.